Good evening. Hello and welcome to the Trance Channel transmission. Hi, Janelle. Thank you for joining me. It's been a bit of a week, I know that much. So I'll just share a little bit about myself so that those that haven't been here before can get a little bit of an idea about who I am and what I do. So if you are a regular here or if you're new, if you could just like and share this this live, that would be appreciated. And just give me a hello or something, that would be great. Lets me know that you're there. So I'm already flushed and hot ears. Spirits already got me working. My crown chakra is fully opening and getting ready to go, which is one of the just one of the parts of what it is doing this kind of work is that you go into quite a bit of a preparation beforehand. So for me, I've just been pottering around doing whatever I've had to do, and these things just happen. So which is quite nice. So welcome. Thank you for joining me. My name is Danielle Micken, the Divine Channeler, and I'm here for the next 45 minutes roughly to be able to just share a few insights from me personally about what's going on energetically, and also to be able to bring through high dimensional beings of light. And these high dimensional beings of light are here to share with you. They're here to share their transmissions, so their message, and they're also here to share their healing and their guidance. Hi, Emily. Thank you for joining. So those of you that have been in my Trance Channel meditation and spiritual awareness classes are very familiar with this process, because that's exactly what the meditation is. It is guided entirely by spirit. So which is quite nice, and it just means that I have to step out of the way. And that has been a really big process for someone who likes to be in the driver's seat and someone who likes to know what's going on. I've had to progressively over the years just let go and let go and let go and let go. Hi, Lucy. And to be able to shorten the gap between me and them. Okay, so the more work I do on myself, the more that I move into trust and faith, the more that I just willingly step aside, then the more can come through. So, and that has been quite a journey over a number of years for that to happen. I am a healer, and that's how I began. So first of all, doing my Reiki training, and then from there, Spirit guided me further into all kinds of wonderful and interesting spaces. So, and then as I shed my layers as well, I found that I had access to more. So I could see more, and I knew more, and I experienced more. So that's where my work took a very interesting turn, I suppose. And, I got into things like I was able to see past life trauma in the body. I was able to see attachments and parasites and all kinds of wonderful things that can be lurking around in the body. And then I went further into my work of working with earthbound spirits and clearing them, doing spirit rescues, and also clearing houses and land of non-human entities. So, and then there's this. So this space is a really nice space for me. So if I have been feeling not so good, I've been doing a lot of not physical, I've been doing a lot of mental processes this week. So, and I was feeling a little off today. So, and I think the same was last week. So these spaces, I get to step out of myself and step out of my stuff. And then when I get back, it's beautiful. So I just find that whatever the woes are, whatever the worries are, whatever the stress is for the week, that when I get into these spaces, then, it's lifting my vibration. So thanks, guys, for joining me. I would like to just touch base on something that happened to me this week before we get into the channel, into the transmission. And I'd be curious to see how you guys are going. So I was driving in my car and I had pulled up at an intersection and I could hear some sirens coming. And I saw the lady in her car kind of putt up the hill. And then I saw this massive fire truck literally kind of, you know, on top of her nearly, like sirens going, lights going. It was, and I even got a look at the firemen inside, and there were pedestrians, and she quickly got off the road. But it just hit me like a truck, like a Mack truck, the emotions of it. So I'm empathic, but I'm finding that I'm more sensitive than what I've been in the past. So I literally burst into tears. Like it was like an eruption of the stress and the urgency and the unknown and the fear and all those things that were going on. So my question to you guys, hi, Rita. My question to you guys is, how are you traveling, this week or the last couple of weeks emotionally? Like, are you finding that you're a little bit more emotional or more sensitive? And I know from my class this week, or last week, sorry, the meditation class, that there were a number of them that were feeling the waves of the emotions, whatever those emotions were. So I'd be interested to get a little bit of feedback from you guys and see how you're traveling. One thing I have kind of noted, and it's not going to slow down, is the increase in energies that are coming to us. And I think I spoke about this last week. And I think I did warn you guys last week that, the themes are going to be fairly similar because we're going through very similar stuff each week. So I'll just bring readers. I've been feeling the same. I've been in an emotional roller coaster for the last 4 weeks. So what I'm finding is that there is an increase in energies coming to the planet. Okay, so call them light codes. You could look at the. I'm so glad to hear, Janelle. Bit of a mess last week, somewhat better this week, thankfully. Exactly. And, this is kind of why I want to talk about it, because some people are right on the, if you to look at a seesaw, like they're right down one end of it, or you look at a pendulum, they're right down the extremes of it. And some are just, floating to and fro. So these energies that we're getting in from higher up, from source, the light codes, they're there with a great purpose to awaken, and there'll be activations and all kinds of wonderful things in these codes. And what it does is, as more light comes in, it'll seek out the areas that are denser and bring them up to the surface. So with that, you may find that some of it is your stuff, okay? And some of it might be stuff that you don't recognize, and some will be emotions that you do recognize. But just know that it may not be just you that you're processing. So it may be energies that you're processing for the collective. So I know that's part of my role, and I know that many of us are doing it, and no one is immune, I suppose, in a way. Oh, terrible choice of words. But, no one is free from not engaging in the collective, because that's where we're all united in that space. So Okay, Emily was very emotional for several weeks, but actually feeling somewhat stronger this week too. Excellent. Um, it's challenging. It's really challenging when you've got this flood of emotions and you don't know where it's come from, if it's yours, if it's not. But I just feel like it's about what you do with it. So, how are you going to transmute those energies? How are you going to work through it? So, the earth is fantastic. You sit on the earth, you sit under a tree, and you can diffuse a lot of what you've got going on there. You can use light. I like the violet light. The violet light is there as a transmuter of energies. So it will help transmute from the dense form to the highest form. So ask your guides to come in and your whole team in spirit to come in and help you with this because, we don't have to suffer through these spaces. It's about supporting yourself and even reaching out for help too if you find that you need some assistance. There's plenty of YouTube guidance, there's meditations, there's all kinds of stuff. There's plenty of us that are doing this work that can assist you if you are feeling a bit stuck. So Amrita says, I've noticed that too. I'm processing more than just my things. Exactly. I remember when last March, when the first round of stay in your house situation come about, and I instantly had a sore red one of them, and it was because I was in the collective. As soon as I made that recognition that it was coming from the collective energies, it went away. So I didn't have any issue with a croakiness or any fluctuations within my voice. It was just sitting there a bit sore and red. So, yeah, once you acknowledge it, then it's easier to let it go. Sometimes when we can get a little bombarded and a little in a state of overwhelm in our emotions, and they tend to kind of push us down, and it does take a little bit of hard work and a bit of dedication to yourself, but trust me, you're worth the investment to be able to pull yourself out of those spaces. So seek those things that assist you to raise your vibration is my suggestion. And the only other thing I wanted to talk about before we get into the channel is checking in with other people that are doing this work, like the other light workers and light bearers. And if you could just take a minute of your day to connect to source energy and connect to Mother Earth, and then visualize all the other light bearers that are in physical incarnation upon the planet, and see us all light up on the globe, and then see that light all unite. And that's really going to help each of us. It's going to help collectively, but it is going to strengthen our unity in our desire. I'm being very careful with my words, but they're coming in too from spirit. So they're going to strengthen our desire for a different way. So I'm talking about freedom and choice. Okay. So if we could all just check in for a minute a day and do that, that will make a big difference. If we can also see the planet, and if you just imagine that the planet has an aura and that she has her own grid work, her own energetic security system, I suppose, in a way. And that we just visualize that there is a lot of light coming into those energetic grids that are around the planet, and that she is like bright, really bright and shiny and light. That will help as well, because there is a lot that is going on behind the scenes, which I won't get into because it's a big topic. But Yeah, I from my heart, I ask you to do that because it will make a difference. It really will. So, I've got a couple of friends that I hook up with every now and again via Zoom, and we do a bit of planetary work, and it it's amazing few, how just the few can make a massive impact. So remember, your light is so much stronger than someone that's sitting in density or in darkness. So it only takes a very few amount of people to make such a large impact upon the masses. Okay, so I just want you to stick that info in your back pocket and remember that we are making a difference, and that there will be change that is coming. Okay, but that's about as much as I'm going to give at this stage. The other thing is to just stay in a state of, it's okay to get angry. So don't be fearful of getting angry. But, the anger says, I don't agree with that, or that doesn't resonate with me, or I don't want to be in that situation. So it can act like a buffer or a boundary. So don't be fearful of the anger if it rises up. It's just a matter of what you do beyond that, and how you stand in your truth and how you stand in your light. That's what's really the most important. So if you do find yourself getting bogged down, like we're talking about the collective energies, and you're getting frustrated over the current narrative, then make sure you energetically clear and uplift your energy, so that when you do see and hear, same as last week, same message, that you disengage from it. You don't become entangled and enmeshed in that, because it will very quickly drag your energy down. So it's important to stay a little removed, not uninformed, just energetically removed. So I hope that makes sense for you guys. Okay, Lucy says, thank you for this wonderful advice. Okay, so we might get into it and see who is coming through, and go from there. So as you guys know, I will, it's almost like I go into a deep meditation. It's a space that I can, over the years, I've just been able to, if I'm called to work, then I just work. So, I remember meeting a friend in the supermarket in the shopping center, and she was with her cousin, and I know her cousin. And I remember when I said hello to them, I looked at the cousin and I said, "You're hanging out of your body." Like, she was really beside herself energetically. And she goes, "Yeah, I haven't been feeling well." And I went, "All right." And I'm looking around like, I don't like being in the shopping centers. It's the worst possible place for me, being empathic, and I quite often leave feeling a bit worse for wear. So I just backed up to a wall and asked her to come here, and I just kind of laid my hands on her and just quickly worked to bring her soul and her body back into alignment. So, and there was a very, it only takes a couple of minutes. Not ideal workspace, but the whole thing is, with this kind of work, when you're called to work, you just do it. So so anyway, this is a much nicer space because I'm in my home. So, all right, guys, like always, just be open. So open your body, uncross your legs, uncross your arms, and open your heart and open your mind, and just be ready to receive. Call in your team in spirit as well, because you'll have very specific guides and guardians and angels, and all the way up through all the dimensional beings that are with you, that work with you, that are assigned to you. And make sure you make a conscious connection to Mother Earth. So if you're not familiar with that, just visualize that you You can visualize that you've got roots. Your feet are turning into roots like a tree, and that they're going all the way down to Mother Earth and connecting in with her heart space. So that's where you want to go, not into the dirt. You want to go all the way through the layers into the very center of Mother Earth, into her heart. So that's where the highest frequency is sitting there. Hi, Tiani. So just in time for the channel. So get comfy. I'm going to have a drink and get ready. See who's coming in. Okay, Tiani says, I need some healing, just had major surgery, long recovery. Okay, well, I wish you well in your recovery. You can work with Archangel Raphael, and he's the angel of healing, and ask for him to come in. You can work with whatever light you want to work with, whatever you feel is the best for you, whether it be white or gold or green, or any of them. Maybe you need some soft pale pink and some love and the angels that go with that. It's up to you. So go with your gut, go with your heart on what you need, but call it in. And when you go to sleep at night, Tiani, just call in your entire team and ask them to take you to a healing chamber during your sleep state. Okay. And until you're feeling better and your energy levels have been restored. So it's very simple. You just intend this, you ask for it, and it's delivered. So, okay. Let's see. So just close your eyes. Welcome. We are pleased to be with you. We are pleased for the opportunity. Where is your heart? Maybe place your hands upon your heart. To feel the rhythm, the pulsing of blood, to feel your life force. You are amazing. The trillions of cells within your body, the organs with their specific roles, all of the systems that operate together. How amazing is your body when you really think about it? All those pieces are within you. that your skeletal system holds you up, that your skull contains your brain. So we ask, how do you feel about your body? How is your body feeling at this moment? And how do you treat or navigate those feelings? Do you ignore? Do you address them? And not only physically, how are you replenishing your body? For in this reality, on the earth plane, it is required daily to fuel your body. And this marvelous body of yours is always listening to the words, to the thoughts and the feelings that you have about it. So we would like to share with you some love and healing to be received by your physical body. Did you know that you alone are capable of healing yourself? Did you know that your belief systems are incredibly powerful and that the cells in your body are always listening? So what if we change the story? What if you decided for the next 30 days to talk to your body kindly, as opposed to being in an alternate state towards it? What if, when you had a niggle or a pain or a restriction, that you replaced whatever it is that you were going to say with something different? I move freely with ease. I am strong. I am healthy. I am healing. So instead of placing limitation upon yourself, create the space to move out of the limitation. And your body will follow the story it is told. So as we gather around you, we will increase the light, increase our transmission. And if there is anywhere within your body that is feeling pain or restriction or limitation or discomfort or disease. Bring the light in to those spaces. And you could replace the words with, I heal my body with the light. I am the light. The light is me. Whatever comes to mind, for you create. You create your body. And as you allow the light into these spaces, feel it begin to loosen and shift the denser energies, breaking them up to tiny little particles that are then lifted out of your body. And then with the next transmission, visualize a single cell of your body. While there are trillions, we will use one. And it will be the embodiment for all the cells within your body. And we are going to send love and healing to you. See the love and healing light swirl around the cell. And the cell recognizes the light, recognizes the healing. And it will gently open up. And the light will move in through the cell exterior and the wall into the interior of the cell. And tell your cell that is a representation of all the cells in your body. Tell your cell what you would like it to hear. My body is in harmony and balance. I am strong and healthy. I move with ease. I can think clearly. Whatever it may be. You narrate the story, and your body is the storybook. And as this cell absorbs and receives the light, see it shining brightly. Know that it is operating at its optimum level. and trust in your ability, in your power to create. For you yourself are marvelous. Your body is marvelous. So start talking to your body and telling it how wonderful, how healthy, how well it is. And see the results. They will speak for themselves. We love you, and we ask that you love each and every cell within your body. We are the collective. And Spirit will just gently step aside now. Just bring your awareness back into the breath, back into the body, back into the room, bringing your awareness into the grounding cord. Your body is anchored and secure, drawing all your energy back in, drawing your awareness all the way back into your physical body. Just sensing the space around you, feeling the weight of your body, just creating some gentle movement, wriggling your hands and toes, becoming aware of the breath, taking a couple of deep breaths in and out, having a stretch, and when you're ready, opening your eyes. So how are we going? How are we feeling now? Did anyone feel any shifts in their body? Quite often you can feel heat or tingling. You can even get pain in certain areas as things are dislodging. Your belief system is a really big thing. Your cells are always listening. So if you are saying, even I'm sick of this, you're really opening yourself up to create some sort of sickness. So be very mindful of the way that you speak to yourself and your situation. Okay. Amrita says, I went in deep and I felt my right ear lost hearing for a bit. We've got chakras in our ears. I've been having a few little high buzzing, ringing and blocking as well. So there's a bit of work going on there for you, which is good. So sometimes as we move up in frequency as well, you can get those ringing and blockages as you move through. Yeah, so when I needed to eat healthier and I was stuck in a bit of a cycle. So what I did was first thing, or when I went to bed at night, I actually asked for my cells of my body to release all the toxins uh, and the sugars and whatever other crappy stuff I digested that day. Okay, but bear with me because there's a method in my madness there. It doesn't mean that you can continue eating that stuff. But in the morning, what I'd do before I got out of bed was I'd connect with my cells and I'd say to my cells um, that I am, I can't remember how I worded it, but it was basically that I was commanding them to seek out nutritious and healthy food for me. Okay. So I was directing my cells, and I actually spoke to my cravings as well, that I would be looking for healthy things as opposed to non healthy things. And it, it worked. It really worked. So it's worth a try if you are struggling with eating. So Emily says the unwanted particles rose up out of my body into flames. Nice. Completely transmuted. That's beautiful. That's really good. So how's everyone feeling? Are you feeling lighter? Have you felt any shifts of anywhere that was a bit painful or dense or causing you grief? So remember that your body is always listening. You are, what did they call it? You're the narrator and your body is the storybook. So um, be kind with the way that you talk to your body as opposed we've got it all mixed up. We really have. The belief system is that, you know, we get old, we're meant to age a specific way, and we're also meant to get sick and then we die. That's the general consensus of how things go. And I'm not saying that, your ascension process is your ascension process. But if we had a different narrative from what we've been taught, rather like either whether it's inadvertently or, it's something we've found out for ourselves, you could really change that. So who says you have to get a major illness when you turn whatever? Who says that that's the end of your abilities? So it's just food for thought. So, okay, James says, good work. You're welcome. Thank you. Very gentle energy. That's fantastic. It's nice to know. So if you are interested in this work, this is, what we dive into in the Trance Channeled meditation and spiritual awareness classes. They're on a Thursday at 6:00. It's $24 a class. You can opt in, opt out. It's not set for a term or anything like that. You can come when you can come. That's fine. If you can't make Thursday's class, I've got a subscription for the month, which we have just done the first week. But if you are interested in the following weeks, there's 3 weeks left in September. But that would be the cutoff because it's on your new service. So that one you pay $25 a week and it comes to your inbox and every Friday, and you get 6 days to use it as many times as you like, and or on a day and a time that suits you. So a little bit more convenient than turning up to class. With that, you'll get an email that specifies a little, gives you a bit of a brief as to what we're actually doing. I've got stuff on YouTube as well. So there's Trance Channeled meditations on YouTube. So if you ever have a squeeze at that and become a subscriber, that would be fantastic. Tell your friends as well. I do offer soul guided sessions too. So that's a space where we work one-on-one and with some intention from you and hopefully a bit of directive from you, we'll begin to unpack with your team and my team in spirit and get to the core of some issues, and then we'll move into a healing process. So I find during that trance channel that I'm actually doing quite a bit of energy work on you in that space as well. So, and if you have any issues with anything that goes bump in the night, I can also work over Zoom for those issues, and I quite like doing that over Zoom. It works. It's very successful. So if you do have any of those issues, I'm available for that as well. Other than that, I will be here next Monday night at 8 o'clock, and I hope to see you here. And if you just head over to my other page, Living Wellness and Psychic Expo, we have, I'm just tapping into our exhibitors and what they've got on offer. And hopefully it's just a way to hook you up with those that are working. We have a lot of people that were coming to the events. We obviously can't at the minute, that are still offering, whether it be YouTube or TikTok, or they've got groups that you can join. There's spaces that will cost you nothing. And there's also other offerings and services that you can plug into beyond just that we can't have these events at this moment. So thank you, Amrita. Thank you, Alicia. I'm glad that the messages resonated with you. So thank you very much. I really appreciate your presence here. And I will see you next Monday at 8 o'clock. So stay well and keep talking to yourself. Okay. Take care. Bye.